All right, we should be back, but it's a new page, so we will probably have to
Okay.
let everyone know.
Yep.
Yeah,
We can let everyone know.
We'll skeet it out.
Okay.
Then we'll have to post it together. Yeah, we're live. Another big super chat.
All right. Hopefully everyone's getting back in there. Let's see. I'm going to get this new chat open.
Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. I think trying to load all the super chats might have broke OBS. I think that might have been.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So that's a new record, everybody. Good job.
There's a page in just the YouTube studio that shows all of them, Jeff.
Okay.
Better than doing it on Stream Elements.
That might be good. Let me take a look there.
You go to earn and then super chats.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. Is it supers? Is that what that's? Oh yeah. Look at that.
You go to the earn, supers, and then you click see all.
Okay.
And it'll show the ones from the previous episodes too. So
yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
okay, cool. All right. Well, let me see. Where did we? I bet I can Control F on this page. Yeah, there we go. All right. I think I'm good to get back into it. Mike, we did on the podcast version. We went to a break.
Yeah.
You want to bring us back?
Yeah. Well. All right, we're back. I think the super chats broke the podcast for a moment there. Thank you, everybody. But we are back. We're going to get right back into those.
Yeah, we left off with IDKI. Thank you so much. Let's go to Warizzle.
What did he say?
I don't.
What did IDKI say or whatever?
I don't speak English anymore. Thanks for the laughs, guys. It always brightens my day. Woof woof to my dogs, and that's Warizzle who said that one. Benji Bop says, according to the latest Nintendo Switch update, the old Donkey Kong is no longer brand safe. This is erasure. Yeah. I love that new Donkey Kong design, but I also still really like the old Donkey Kong design, which at one point was the new Donkey Kong design as well. Yeah, it's good to have both.
Yeah, I thought it was weird. Some people got real upset about it. I thought that's a little weird, but yeah, I like it.
Right. Alex Arona says, "Leave Emma Frost alone, Mike. She's a pog."
I didn't.
Mike,
I could say the shout out. No, I could say nothing actually. But
Sweat girl.
Robert Munoz says, I just wanted to show some support for all the amazing work you do. On a related note, what do you think about worker-owned media businesses like Defector and Aftermath? I'm a fan. I subscribe to Aftermath. I think I have previously subscribed to Defector. I like both a lot. Let's see. Here we got into it. Kirill Orlov says, Marble Thighs killed GB. Listen, you said that. Joy Z says, I remembered another, and then it's a C followed by several asterisks. I'll try to say it. There we go. Burrito says,
Macedonia.
Yeah, weird. Started watching GB shortly before G left. I'll defend it to the hilt against chuds that say the vibes are off. The Bombcast has been a consistent source of laughter and joy week after week, especially Blight Club. Love you all. Thank you so much, Burrito. I know you're an OG. Lurking with my Gherkin dropped 50 and says, Jeff, ask Mike, what did he do to the first dog he encountered during his Oblivion stream? What's the over-under on murdered dogs on the Minotti family crest? Love you guys. Have a drink on me. You've got a fan for life. Mike Minotti.
Thank you.
What'd you do to the first dog you met in Oblivion?
I killed it because it attacked me. There was no
not going to beat the allegations.
There was no non-lethal takedown option.
You're just immediately like, I'm a Minotti. This is what I do. It's in my blood. Yeah.
I thought it was really weird. The game, usually the games take the out and release woof or something, right? It's like, nope, it was labeled dog. And I'm like, all right, well, there we go.
Brian Laley says, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, Brian. Marcus077A says, is the Rainforest Cafe brand safe? Synep.
No.
Not with Mike. No, Minotti's there. Yeah, definitely not.
Not for me.
Yeah. Nick Marzano says, would you consider backing the unsanitary dump truck up to the game mess, or would we just leave our messages on the fandom general line now?
No.
Nick, yeah. Don't leave the fandom general line alone for sure. That it just won't get you anywhere. It's not going to accomplish anything. And let's see, for the unsanitary dump truck. Listen, that feels like it has a future. Don't worry about that. James MD14 says, love seeing all the support for my dogs. Dito says, fire everywhere. Dean Bowling says, I love this dog podcast. Thank you so much. The Kim situation featuring, and it cuts off here in this version of YouTube I'm looking at, but from the Kim situation, whatever happens, we'll be around for now and the future. You guys rock. Love from Wong Gifts, and that's 5,000 yen. Thank you so much, Wong.
Thank you.
Really, really appreciate that. Night Trauma says, how could you blame the Pog Slammer for slamming a Pog? No one blames the Pog Slammer. The Pog Slammer is innocent, everybody. Oh, the most innocent thing I can think of is the Pog Slammer. The Indoviking says, or it could be Indo-Viking, I don't know, says, thank you for carrying on. Be strong. In Colossus voice. Thank you, Mike. Propaganda Panda says, is the waifu episode brand safe?
No.
Well, for certain like mobile games, it's the most brand safe, but for everything else, very much no.
Yeah.
That's the one we talked about, like, we should put that on like a VHS or something. Like
yes, VHS, exactly.
Something seedy, like a VHS tape. Yeah.
Yeah, just a black cover for it of like a gold marker that says the waifu episode.
Yeah. Right. No, it doesn't even say wife. It says something like the news. It's like you just recorded the news. Yeah. Perfect. All right, let's see here. Dubious Food says, you guys are my favorite. You have been part of my daily routine for years. Never get tired of you guys telling it like it is. Thank you, GB boys. Thank you so much, Dubious Food. Tim Shadler, says, stopped watching Giant Bomb when a lot of the OGs left, but came back due to the both of you guys. Mike screaming, he's got frog hands. Reacting to Astrobot is my favorite all-time Giant Bomb moment. Best wishes. It's always cool to hear someone say like a moment I haven't thought about in a while, but as soon as they say it, I'm like, he did say that, and it was incredible. Yeah, I love that.
I forgot about that.
He's got
I'm always
frog
popping
hands!
up about frog. Why am I always freaking out about frog-related things in 3D platformer trailers?
You know what? I get it. I feel the same way. You spoke for all of us. Yeah. All right. Sega Skeletor 23 says, appreciate you guys and all the GB crew. Despite last week's Jordan Love slander, brand-friendly penis. Listen, I'm a Lions fan. You understand, right? I have to hate Jordan Love because of what happened with Brett Favre and what happened with the one Aaron fucking whatever his name is. Like Aaron Rodgers. I can't remember his name. I hate him so much. Tokens Only says, Pugtato says the Pog Slammer can't be silenced. And Tokens
Thank you,
Only
Pugtato.
is absolutely right. That's $50. Thank you so much, Pugtato. Joy Z says, oh, this is all this is.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joyce.
Yeah, I think we've been getting those out of order because of the break-in, but Joyce's just been trying to come up with every unsafe brand word he could think of.
Well, so far, so good. Rapid Fire 187 says, I J-O in a rainforest cafe.
Incredible.
J-O-ing is a very funny phrase.
Yeah.
That's, and someone like wrote into the like email or was the dump truck, and they were trying to decide if it was J-O or J-O-ing. And I think we all decided it was J-O, but J-O is also very funny. Drips Malone says, I've been trying to parry the events of 2025 all year, but my timing is off and I keep getting punished. Any tips? Sending y'all some love. You got a supporter for life. Yeah. The real honest answer there is sometimes you got to just dodge instead. You got to just dodge it instead of trying to parry everything. You can't stand toe to toe with everything. At some point, it's time to just, suck it up and dodge instead. And I think that'll work for you a little bit better in 2025.
Just spam supers. Wake up supers. That's all you got.
Wake up supers is also a good key. Patrick Ford writes in, says, love y'all's big peepo energy on today's bombcast. Get their asses. Thank you. God, it's like, I was even like thinking we were coming in there being all big for our britches. It's like, we're just having...
I tried to say, like, I think you all don't think this is going to be a deal. I think it might be a deal.
You were right.
I was like, just to be like, look, if you guys want to do this, I don't work there. It's fine.
Let's call it Danger. Danger0047 says, GB introduced me to you guys, Nikki and Sean, and now I effing love all of you. My favorite crew. Hope you keep working together regardless. Peener. Yeah, I love working with everyone on this team. So we're gonna do our best to make things make sense. Even a giant bomb. Spiky says, wacky races in Mario Kart World. Dan as Waluigi. That's actually, if we can make that make sense, like that race across the world and kind of make it like wacky races. I love that idea.
That'd be fun. You know, it's a wacky races 2D platformer on the NES where you play as Muttley.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Huh.
I don't know if it's good. But
yeah, who made it? Do you know?
I don't know, but it's not a racing game, which I find very
that's very strange. But I guess on
platformer.
NES, it's like kind of just defaulted to platformer for every IP. Yeah. All right, let's see here. I think we're at Pokey Egg, who says, at work, so can't tune in for the whole thing, but here's 5 PG-13 Australian dollary dues. Thank you so much, Pokey Egg. I appreciate it.
Thank you. We were talking about Australia on the Now Gone podcast, too.
Yep. Australia was big on that episode 888.
Yeah, we really put Australia over.
Yeah, we really kind of gave it the shine. Pixels and Thoughts says, I'm brand safetying in my pants right now, and I'm all out of pants. Enjoy the future, and I'll buy you beverages in the future. Thank you so much, Pixels and Thoughts.
Yeah.
Hex Prof is back. Says, Mike, have fun in Disney. Disnuts. Got him. Do you feel gotten?
You did in fact get me.
Yeah, got him. Battery B says giant bomb pipe bomb. Okay, yeah, sure. Kevbot.org says the Leafs suck and I hate this existence I live in, but I love y'all and I'll follow you guys anywhere. Yeah, I'm sorry. The Red Wings really beefed it this year, but I still think being a Maple Leafs fan has got to be actually the toughest thing in the NHL for the last 20 years. I'm sorry. Maybe longer. Dakota says, yep, absolutely. It's, diamond over the head. An old GB favorite. There you go, everybody. Jason Rad says, huge nuke Patreon win. Yeah, I don't know if they'd let you do a huge nuke Patreon. I feel like that might get flagged.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm surprised Giant Bomb worked back then.
Yeah, but it did. It did. The Penguin 55.
It's not great when you're traveling in airports with its merch, but otherwise it's a great name.
Yep, people get in trouble all the time. Let's see. The Penguin 55 says brand safety. That doesn't work for me, brother. Night Trauma says legally distinct Scourge Society show win. Yeah, listen, we've said a million times we do Blight Club forever. I almost wonder if they would even care if we just kept using Blight Club as a name, like if that's how it went down. Like even if we still worked there and wanted like, hey, if you don't want this show anymore, we could do it on our own or whatever. And this is all just me speculating. We haven't discussed that at all. But it's like, I don't think they would mind. They've been pretty cool about us doing this kind of stuff on the side, actually. So there might be some wiggle room there. Like Blight Club in one form or another, never going away. All right, let's see. I think I'm at Zaki, who says, I brand safetied in a rainforest cafe. Yeah, that's the best place to do it for sure. Your dad will yell at you, but you should do it there. Matt Rare Monkey says, found this Venmo. It's at Jan Jerome. Send brand safety money. Oh, no. Well,
you didn't have to read it, Jeff.
I know, but I also feel like, hey, it's not attacking anyone. So there we are.
Yeah.
Sorry,
He'll read
Jan.
anything you put in front of him.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to go for it. Diet Salt Baloney Pony says, I brand safetied in a movie theater and they threw me out by my chicken jockey. Fantastic. Let's see. Boondoggle Hobby says, what part of the words giant bomb ever sounded safe? Can't even bring your gear on a plane. Love you guys. There it is.
That's true. I just brought that up. See, there you go.
Night Trauma says, are we accidentally filibustering the show with all this super chat love? Mike, can we get a let's fucking go?
Let's fucking go!
Oh, man, that energized me.
Can you believe people used to complain about us being insincere, trying to appeal to the youth and being sellouts?
Mm-hmm.
Because we would do things like scream, let's fucking go.
Yeah, actually, that's incredible. Just us. Sorry. All right, let's see. Boat Knight says, congratulations, Mike, on the Maserati.
Oh, thank you. Yes, Mike Minotti and a Maserati with a naughty. Natty Light.
Yeah,
That's
and a
it.
lobotomy. James
And a
MD14
Oh no.
says, "Don't let fandom see the Terra Enigma or waifu episodes." That's what made them want to work with Mike in the first place. I don't know what you guys are talking
That's why,
about.
like, we have to have Minotti.
Get me Minotti.
He's impish. He got away with that. He can get away with anything.
Get me the waifu guy.
I want pictures of waifu guy.
Jackson Day said, "I'm being so brand safe right now, but has Giant Bomb ever considered leaving fandom and just doing Patreon? Gonna miss the unhinged dump trucks." Listen, there's always things like we do our stuff on the side and we see like what's possible, but we do like working with each other in a scenario where like we can ship off more money to our friends who want to work with us and stuff like that, and they can pay for us doing Summer Game Fest. So we like the way things are working in quite a few ways. But hey, everything's on the table in terms of us. If things did crash down, we would look at other options. But like Game Mess is going to be here, right? So here we are. We're going to keep doing this. Bobby Downey says, "Seize the means of brand safety." Absolutely. Agent Monroe says the brand core are on to us. Chuck Towski dropped $50 and says, "Quick drop money on them while it's broken. Penis." Yeah, people just, even when the stream went down, people just kept flooding it with super chats that entire time. I was like, God, I hope these don't get lost, but here we are. Deadly Virus Evo says, "We have First Amendment rights, fandom. Give me my due process." Yeah, I'm not sure if it works that way at a corporation, actually. Propaganda Panda also dropped $50, says, "So where is Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD double pack on Switch?"
Send in the clowns.
All right, now I am at a point where these super chats are now for this second part of the episode because we had to start a new YouTube channel.
We definitely did miss, because there's the Chris Pratt one when he said, Chris Pratt really emptying his Hollywood coffer, said, "No one loves brands more than me, especially one that reminds me of times as a kid. But this is too much penis."
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah, you're right. I did miss that one. I think some of the bigger ones must have just gotten eaten. I don't think Ken Addison. Did we read that one? Maximizing
Ken
brand.
Addison and
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, maximizing brand value. Joe Beezer with the $100 saying, "This brand is safe. I love you guys and will follow you anywhere. Also, I bought 5 Patreon membership gifts and can't post on YouTube. Also, can't join your Discord. Help." Oh, that's weird. You should be able to as long as you're linked. If you can message one of us, we could try to help you.
Yeah, we'll get that fixed. Absolutely. At that level of support, I'll just get you in there. You could just stay in there. That's no problem.
Yeah. Ian said, "Have any of you ever quit a job before? It feels pretty good, right? Anyways, what is the first game you're going to play on Switch 2? It'll be Mario Kart World, right?"
Yep. Yeah, it'll be Mario Kart World, and I very much am going to be playing Hitman on the Switch 2. They put out that trailer the other day showing off some more of the exclusive content, which isn't a lot. It's not a reason to buy the game again if you're not into Hitman the way I am, but I'll be playing that on there. All right, let's see here. Oh, do you have more that we skipped?
Alcoholic costs with had a 51 said, "Jeff and Mike sending as much love and support as I can. Love you guys and all the GP crew as well. On topic, when do you think we may get a teaser announcement for the next 3D Mario game, Peepo-ness?"
Yeah, I don't know like when exactly. I people are saying like they feel like it could still come next year. I know other people are saying even this holiday. I don't think it's this holiday, but I do think there's a chance we at least learn about this next Mario next year. Because I don't think it'll be much longer than that.
I bet. I don't know if we hear about this year, but maybe next year. So Jeff, we caught up on this one. I bet we probably still miss some, everybody. Like I said,
I got one more. Tim Shadler sent in another one, $50, and said, "Fuckity fuck, brand safe." So yes,
thank you so much, everybody. You really did break the internet like that time Kim Kardashian did with her butt.
Yes. Hal Shacky, $69.99. Screw the corpos, keep it real, boys. There you go.
Thank you. So why don't we take another break? Why don't we play our game and then we'll read the super chats till we drop.
Sounds good. That's perfect. All right, everybody. We'll be right back after this.
BRB.
All right. Break is happening.
Okay, I forgot about the game. Shit.
Oh, yeah. No problem. Take your time getting it set up. Mike's looks like he's going to take the dog out anyhow. All right. Let me see here. Chat. Bring you back up. Oh, sorry for yawning. Been a long day.
All right, let me take a note.
Okay. I am. This page where it just has all the super chats here kind of in a static way is much more handy. I'm going to refresh that and see what it looks like.
Yeah, I know I've seen that before, but I can't find it now. Where'd you pull it up?
So Mike said if you go to the YouTube studios, you go to Earn. Do you see Earn in there? Because I'm not sure if like.
I do.
Okay, and then there's the Supers tab.
Oh, Supers. There it
It's
is.
just called, yeah, it was just called Supers, and that threw me off. Although now where is all the?
You need it open in advance because I don't. Yeah, none's on there.
Oh no, I don't know. Maybe you just don't see it.
Maybe it's a privileges
maybe
thing.
it's a privileges thing. Yeah, I'll see if I can get that for you. Okay, now I'm seeing only ones for the last. Oh wait, maybe did you update the? Oh, that's what it is. You updated the thumbnail. Okay, cool. Part two. All right, now I have the start of those. Let me see if I can get chat back up. Oh boy. Eventually, everybody, I talk enough that I give myself a headache. It's fine. I'm fine. I'll survive. I'm not complaining. Like this is a good.
It's just the sound of his own voice. Y'all understand.
You get it, right? Yes. The sound of my own voice eventually hurts my own head. But yeah, let's see here. It was me. I brought up Wacky Racist. Thank you so much, Spiky. Okay. Hope everyone's doing all right. Hope everyone's hanging in there. We're gonna we have it's basically someone made us a bracket with N64 games on it.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go through one by one.
Make sure. God, that was loud. Make sure you pull it up on your end.
Yeah, let me get it right now.
So people see at home.
Are you streaming it? Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Here, let me. Gonna post a link to this one, the other video.
Yeah.
Oh, YouTube crash. Hey.
Get this, and then do that.
Hey, Gordon's got out of the ending. How about that?
Tigers have the best record in the American League for a little bit there.
We're doing really well. We just lost a few.
Yeah, we had a good home stand is what happened. That really made a huge difference. So like we just kind of swept the Orioles at home and stuff like that. It's like, okay, win the home games. That'll make a big difference. All right. I think I almost have it. Let me just frame it up. This is that challenge website. Challenge.
Let me make sure I got the name of the person who sent over that original
Yes,
version
I couldn't
of it.
remember, so that would help.
Yeah. My mentions got filled up before all of a sudden for some reason. I have to scroll a bit. There it is. Oz. That's easy.
Yep.
Okay. Sean, the way I have it framed up is this. Are people going to be able to see it? Because my OBS, it's kind of hard for me to tell what it looks like for people like watching on mobile or whatever.
I think my stream needs to catch up. Give me a sec.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Right now it's just the top of my head, and that looks good to me. Yeah, that's.
Let's do this for you guys. Let's see. All right, now I'm sure
might be a little low res, but I think it's generally fine. Yeah.
I can.
If you click zoom in, like if you zoom like one, that will help.
All right, let me just do that real quick.
Yeah, the text is a little pixelated.
Send in the bugs.
Let's do that. I could probably so I zoomed in a little bit, but is the text still pixelated, which I think it might be.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then give me a second.
Still a little easier to read.
Yeah, but I'll just make it a little bit bigger, and I'll reformat the cameras. All right.
Okay.
Let's see here. All right. There's that.
I'll add the link to this on the description of part 1.
Oh, I was already working on that.
Oh, thank you, Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we don't have to make a new video putting them together or anything. This is fine.
Yeah, so it'll be okay.
It's fine. We're unprofessional here, everybody.
That's right.
It's not even Friday.
That's right.
It's not even Friday.
Close though, right?
It feels like it should be. It feels like it should
Feels
be.
like it should be.
Got another bit of the bubbly.
All right. That should be a little bit better.
Okay.
All right. Mike, I think we should be good. Sean, if you're good, let Mike know and you guys can bring it back.
Let me just make sure. Still recording everything for audio. Yep, and we're good wherever you are, Mike.
Right. Alrighty, Jeff, we are back. We actually had a listener send us a bracket. Thank you to Oz for sending us this bracket of Nintendo 64 games.
Yeah, we love it when people send us
There
games, by the way. So, if, we're always looking for more stuff, more segments to do on the show. Games sent in by fans is always a favorite. So thank you so much for doing that.
There's 32 games here. Now, I did sub in. They had Ogre Battle on here, and I swapped that out for Bishop Makers. I don't think either of us have played Ogre Battle.
That's right. I always wanted to, but I have not played Ogre Battle.
Yeah, so I was like, well, let's just do that. Then it'll make more sense for us. But yeah, otherwise we have randomized here. Sean's going to help run this beauty for us. So I guess we can just start talking about it. Jeff, what was the first? It's a bracket, so there's matchups and then they advance. So it starts with 32, then to 16, then to 8. What's wrong?
Why am I going to get boned on this first matchup? Pitting my babies against one another.
It's random. That's pretty funny. What's the first matchup, Jeff?
First matchup is, and this is, it's seeded. Mike did point out it's random, so it's not like there's any a method to the seeding. But the seeding is number 1, Wave Race 64, and then number 32, 1080 snowboarding. And these are two of my favorite games of all time.
And they occupy a similar brain space. This is good though, because now it's a big question. Which one of these do you like more, Jeff?
It changes day to day. It really does. I think both get the thing that they're going for so well. Like they fully understand like what they should be trying to do, which is you are a person on a mode of transportation and that thing interacts with the ground or the water. And the fun is in like feeling the way that object like slides across the water or slides across the snow and ice. And can we like make the player like feel like they have some control over nature and this device? And both get it so perfect with their physics that it's still kind of mesmerizing to this day. And like I said, I go back and forth frequently. I think, gun to my head, in this moment, I would probably go, God, it's tough. I would probably go Wave Race 64. They're both so good, though.
For what it's worth, and this one's totally kind of up to you. I prefer Wave Race. I like 1080 a lot, but I really like Wave Race.
I think Wave Race or 1080 is one where it's like I was in ski club like my mom just randomly put me in ski club like for some reason, and so I was like learning to snowboard while also playing this game, and so it's like it really just hit very hard. And then I also really appreciate how difficult it is to do a 1080. It feels like you're really accomplishing something, so that made that game click even harder for me. But I think Wave Race is probably the slightly better game.
All right, guys, we got like 30 more of these. Come on.
Yeah, that one's the one I'm going to agonize over a little bit. Mike, why don't you get us through the rest of these?
All right, next up is Mischief Makers versus Harvest Moon 64. That one's rough for me. Have you played either of these, Jeff?
I played both. I've not played enough of Harvest Moon 64 to be like to have like a real opinion on it. I like Mischief Makers a lot. That would be my pick here.
Mischief Makers is such a weird game. It's a ton of fun. It still stands out. I do like Harvest Moon 64 a lot. It's the first one of those I ever played, and I think it's still a good one of those. We've had a lot of games like that, though. We still don't really have anything like Mischief Makers. What a weird, beautiful game. So Mischief Makers, I think, gets the rub here. Next up is Banjo-Kazooie versus Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. I think Crystal Shards is actually kind of mid as hell. I think it's okay. I think it's a step back from Kirby Superstar, even Kirby's Dream Land 3, honestly. The one cool thing it has is the whole you can mix up the abilities thing. That's kind of fun. But otherwise, Banjo-Kazooie is a great 3D platform.
Banjo-Kazooie is awesime. Yes. Give me Banjo-Kazooie
so Banjo-Kazooie wins that one. Meanwhile, Banjo-Tooie is, I don't know. It's not, I haven't played it nearly as much. So levels are too big. Kind of has that problem. It feels a little empty sometimes.
A lot of the rare guilty pleasures or, just guilt that they did at this time of just going too big, not having enough restraint, not having an editor's eye, hit Banjo-Tooie. Not as bad as it hit Donkey Kong 64, Still pretty bad. It's going up against Star Wars Rogue Squadron, though, which I think is a game that still holds up in a lot of ways. Obviously, like trying to say, oh, is it perfect today? No, but it's really fun. A good arcade blast 'em up game. So yeah, that's where I would go.
Yeah, I'll take Rogue Squadron over Banjo-Tooie for sure. So there we go. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater versus Majora's Mask. I know that's not a bad way to play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater at all.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater
It
1
is cut off. It's Pro Skater 2. It is Pro Skater 2.
it is.
2? Oh, that makes even more sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Even still, though, Jeff, like I like that game a lot, but Majora's Mask is really unique, and it's a better N64 game for sure, right?
That's correct. That's what makes it Majora's Mask. I played a lot of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 on the N64 and had kind of zero problems with it. We're going Majora's Mask.
All right. Jet Force Gemini versus Star Fox 64. Both sci-fi games. They're shooty games. Jet Force Gemini is really interesting. It's from an era of third-person shooters where they really don't make them like that anymore.
Yeah, and they kind of never did.
No. There's something endearing about still. I actually want to go back and play through all of it really soon here. Star Fox 64 rules, though. I played through that again recently, and it's still so fun with the different paths. There's so much personality in there. That's a great game.
Yeah, it's Star Fox 64. I love Jet Force Gemini. I think that's like one of the better of the other Rare games. And I might have picked Jet Force Gemini here recently, but because I got the N64 and the EverDrive, I had played Star Fox 64 again recently. I'm like, I kind of forgot how much I love this game. It's great.
Conker's Bad Fur Day versus Rayman 2, The Great Escape. Guys, this one's rough for me, Jeff. I like Rayman 2 a lot, but I played it on Dreamcast. I didn't really play a lot of that 64 version. Conker's Bad Fur Day, I don't have an affinity for it like other people. Maybe I need to play it again. How do you think on this one?
Yeah, I kind of think that it doesn't matter because what's going to go up against them the next round. But I will probably say Conker's Bad Fur Day personally because I think that Rayman 2 on N64 is only okay. It is better on Dreamcast.
Let's give it to Conker just for the N64-ness. I think
that sounds
fair. Here's a funny one: Super Mario 64 versus Donkey Kong 64. Come on.
Yeah, it's not even close. It's Super Mario 64, and like. I also recognize there's a very strong chance here that Super Mario 64 sort of just like runs through this entire thing. But it's the journey is what's fun here, and also there's still a chance it doesn't win. But yeah, for this round, clearly Super Mario 64.
Next up is Resident Evil 2 versus Paper Mario. Resident Evil 2, the most impressive of the PS2 to Nintendo 64 ports, right?
Yeah, it's surprising. I think Factor 5 provided some of their sound compression technology for Resident Evil 2 to help get that game to even work in the first place. It's pretty wild stuff. I'd probably go Paper Mario, though. I think that's a really good game.
Paper Mario is really good. I resented it for a while for not being Mario RPG
I did
too. But once I got over it, I did like it a lot. And as good as Resident Evil 2 is on the N64, I still want to play that on PlayStation. So Paper Mario.
Yep, same.
Okay, this is an interesting one. Mario Kart 64 versus GoldenEye. I like both of these games probably less than most people. I'm curious what you think, Jeff.
Yeah, this is tough. Both of them are games that I played so much at the time, and both are games that have sort of lowered in my estimation over the years because I've played similar things that were just straight up better. I think I've played it recently, and I think that even the single player campaign is still kind of fun. I go with GoldenEye here.
I think that's fine. I think we do Golden. That's a rough matchup. Those are two heavy hitters there.
Yes, definitely.
So, Pokemon Stadium 1 versus Mario Party 2. It's funny because I bet Mario Party 1's the worst in a lot of ways, but it was the one I played the most of. I did play 2, and I know I had fun. Pokemon Stadium it's neat. It almost feels like an accessory for Pokemon. It has the mini games.
It does have the mini games.
Stuff.
I couldn't remember, and I never played the mini games all that much, or if I did, I don't really remember it. But a lot of people love it for that. Is that not enough to kind of match it up against Mario Party?
I like Mario Party mini games more still. I think Mario Party 2 is more of a game. I'd say Mario Party 2.
Me too.
Zelda Ocarina of Time versus Pokemon Snap. Pokemon Snap is a fun game. It was doing something very different. unique. It was one of the first console Pokemon games, so it was a novelty. But Ocarina of Time. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, God, I love Pokemon Snap quite a bit. That's a great rental game. It just is so much fun over a weekend or whatever as you try to figure stuff out. Ocarina of Time, though.
Okay. WWF No Mercy versus Mario Party 3. Man, I like Mario Party 3, but No Mercy is so much fun.
It's iconic.
It just captures that whole era of wrestling. It's the best of those, and there were a few of those Aki engine wrestling games, but this is still the one I think of first.
Yep.
I think it's No Mercy.
And it's like, it's a 4-player system, and that was a different 4-player game other than Mario Party and Mario Kart and GoldenEye. You kind of wanted to throw No Mercy in there to kind of keep things fresh, and it's so good at that, of being that other 4-player game.
So yeah, No Mercy. Perfect Dark versus Diddy Kong Racing.
Tough.
This is an interesting one.
Yeah.
That's actually, not, again, I don't like Perfect Dark May some people, but I respect it. I like Diddy Kong Racing a good bit. I think it's maybe the better game compared to Mario Kart 64 even.
It is. I think it holds up better too, in a really obvious way. God, that's rough. I think I'd probably go Perfect Dark, actually. Perfect Dark has so much customization in its multiplayer mode. It kind of made it so replayable. It was, we had maybe burnt out on GoldenEye a little bit, so we didn't stick with Perfect Dark for as much as I would have wanted to. But for the time that we did play it, it was just kind of endless fun, and we were always messing with the variables and kind of changing things up and making our own game modes. And it was really solid. It's a good follow up to GoldenEye in a lot of ways. I probably just kind of give Perfect Dark the edge a little bit.
I'd probably give it to Diddy Kong Racing, but I don't know if I feel that strongly about it.
I love Diddy Kong Racing. I can flip a coin here, Mike. So if you want to go Diddy Kong Racing, I'm ready to make that call too. Because honestly, both these games going on, I'm happy with either one.
Let's do Diddy Kong because we got GoldenEye go on. We didn't get Mario Kart going on. Let's get
That
Diddy
sounds
Kong.
right.
That is funny. It was GoldenEye versus Mario Kart, and then Perfect Dark versus Diddy Kong Racing. So that's funny. Yeah, Diddy Kong. Let's say Diddy Kong.
Okay.
And then the next up here, Blast Corps versus Beetle Adventure Racing.
Beetle Adventure Racing has the best shortcuts in any racing game ever. And I like, that might not sound like a lot, but I think it's a huge thing for a racing game actually, to make it feel like the first lap, you discover it. The second lap, you kind of figure out how to get to the shortcut. And then the third lap, you perfect it, and it feels really smooth and cool when you pull it off. So it's like there's this progression, and that's how it goes every single time, because the levels, the courses are so well designed that it's like you were going too fast to see it the first, or to hit it the first time, but you did notice it out of the corner of your eye. So the next time you kind of just like, all right, I learned a little bit more, I'm going to try it. And that's such a clever thing. And then it's just a good feeling racing game, and it had good progression in terms of unlocking other Beetles. I love that game. But Blast Corps, so fucking cool. This is
so cool. It's so unique still.
Like, I don't know. I kind of want to hear what you think.
I haven't really played Beetle Adventure Racing much, but I like Blast Corps a lot. I respect Blast Corps. Just a weird game about destroying like abandoned cities to make way for a truck with a nuke strapped to it. Yes. Right? What a weird thing.
Yeah, I definitely like want more like that. It does feel like we are finally kind of getting that with that Deliver at All Costs game. Feels like it's a spiritual successor to Blast Corps in some ways. I personally, Mike, would probably move Blast Corps on just because I think it's so cool, so unique, and so N64.
Let's do Blast Corps then. All right, the last in the first round here, we have Super Smash Brothers versus F-Zero X. Jeff, even as the resident Smash Brothers fanatic here, the first one is fun. Series got a lot better with Melee. F-Zero X is one of the most impressive N64 games. They won the few N64 games running at 60 FPS. And even still, seeing that game running at that frame rate, it's almost weird. It looks really good, has incredible music, and great sense of speed. That's F-Zero X for me.
Yeah, I would go with F-Zero X as well. I think has a chance to go pretty far. We'll see.
All right.
Second round?
That's it. Let's get to second round, everybody. I'm starting off with Wave Race 64 versus Mischief Makers. Okay, Jeff, we each have favorites here. I mean, even I don't know if I could give it to Mission Maker. Sure, Wave Race 64 is awesome. That water is still so freaking cool.
Yep, that water, and just like the way it feels to interact with that water. Oh, it's special. Yeah, let's go Wave Race, please.
Wave Race. Banjo-Kazooie versus Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Man, I like Rogue Squadron 1. Rogue Leader is where that really was singing for me.
Definitely.
Banjo-Kazooie still feels like something very special. I think it was definitely the best of the Mario 64 likes that we got then, while still having its own identity, being unique, having a great sense of itself, right? I think I'd give it to Banjo.
Yeah, this is a pretty tough one for me. I like both these games a ton. There's something about the N64-ness of Star Wars Rogue Squadron that makes me love it even more in a lot of ways, even though obviously Rogue Leader is this amazing, timeless video game, especially in the terms of the way it looks. But Banjo-Kazooie is an all-time great 3D platformer. So yeah, give me Banjo-Kazooie.
If it was Battle for Naboo, who knows what would have happened.
Yeah, exactly. It could have been anything.
Okay, Majora's Mask versus Star Fox 64. I like Majora's Mask. I respect Majora's Mask. I know for a lot of people, Majora's Mask is like the game, right? That is their number game. I like it a lot.
Game though.
Yeah, but Star Fox 64 is actually just really good, Jeff. That's tough for me. I think that game is still so fun to play. It feels so good. That Rumble Pack, right? That was such a big deal at the time. Just gosh, every line in that game is somehow iconic to me.
Yeah.
Like playing it again, it's like all of this, just like can't let you do that, Star Fox. Just every little thing, like man, all range mode. Remember how cool that was the first time?
Oh, it ruled.
Gosh.
I felt so cool unlocking that. Yeah. I am re-entering my Star Fox appreciation era. Is what's happened recently. So I'm 100% with you here. I love Majora's Mask, and I'm like looking forward to going back and like replaying it again because I'm like in the mood to be like I want to rediscover that game. But give me Star Fox 64 here, please.
All right, Conker's Bad Fur Day versus Super Mario 64. Sorry, Conker.
Fuck off, Conker.
Yeah. Well, you can't speak to Conker. Oh, yes, you can.
Yeah, he likes it actually. Yeah, it's his whole thing. Yeah, hey, Conker is an interesting game. It's a better game than Mike gives it credit for, although I understand his...
I agree.
Yes.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But it's also never been one where it's like that's like been like a super important game to me either. So Super Mario 64 is.
Paper Mario versus GoldenEye. But look, you know what I like more, Jeff? But I almost have to get out of the way here a little bit because I'm a little weird with GoldenEye. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, I like Paper Mario, but I do think GoldenEye should at least get one more round here. There are so many hours, so many weekends of nonstop, all night playing this game with friends for months and months and then years. It is definitive in terms of like, formative in terms of its effect on my life and my relationship to gaming. I kind of want to respect that a little bit. So let's go with GoldenEye for this round.
GoldenEye it is. Okay. Paper Mario 2 versus Ocarina of Time.
Mario Party 2.
Yeah. Sorry, Paper Mario, Ocarina of Time. That is such an important game, man. I just still think about how that game influences so many games, not just games that are like Zelda, but 3D games in general. Any game that has an adventure element to it still. There's so much Ocarina of Time DNA in everything now.
Yep. Yeah. It's. I think I could see Sean trying to influence things here for audio listeners. Little cursors hovering over Mario Party 2 in a suggestive way. Yeah, it's Ocarina of Time.
Brand safe way.
You're right. Brand safe
brand
way.
safe.
Excuse me.
Yeah. WWF No Mercy versus Diddy Kong Racing.
That's another
Battle
tough
of
matchup.
Player. That's pretty interesting. I don't know. I'd maybe hold a softer spot for No Mercy, Jeff.
Yeah, I played a lot more of the WCW wrestling games, but No Mercy is so much fun as well, and I like that this is obviously representing that Aki wrestling. I would probably go with No Mercy, although Diddy Kong Racing is fantastic.
It's close, actually. It's funny. It's always funny the ones that are close matchups that you don't expect.
Never would have thought that would have been a matchup. Yeah.
Last matchup
Ugh.
of this round, Blast Core versus F-Zero X. That's another tough one.
That's really tough.
Huh.
Both also like
Gosh.
super representative of what the N64 could be.
Yes. They're very N64 games.
They are very, and it's like kind of rough that they have to like knock one another out here. God, it's like, okay. I think it's both true that I think I like this game a little bit more, and I do think it's like the game I would recommend to more people. It would probably be F-Zero X for me. But boy,
yeah, I respect F-Zero X more, but I like Blast Core more.
I mean,
I
when you ask me about N64, I will probably talk about Blast Core before I talk about F-Zero X. Yeah, and it's one again another one of those games I rented it a lot before we bought it, and I would just like spend time learning everything about it. It's so cool. I don't know. This is a tough one for me, Mike, but I think I personally would lean F-Zero X, but I'm willing to hear you out if you want to go Blast Core.
No, I think your instincts are probably right there, Jeff. I think F-Zero X is maybe more, the more complete game. It's the more impressive game. It might even be like the more fun game, but yet even despite all that, I some weird way like Blast Core more, but maybe don't think it should win over F-Zero X.
Yeah.
It's close. F-Zero X?
Let's go F-Zero X.
That's a good point, Adam, as you see. Or do we Thelma and Louise it?
Let's Thelma and Louise.
Does it deserve to be Thelma and Louise? Does it deserve to be Thelma and Louise?
It's close. At the very least, we're discussing it. That has to mean something.
We're on the edge. Does AJ Minotti says Blast Core gets old quick? Does it get old quick, Jeff?
I don't think so, because I think the variety of different kinds of like different kinds of vehicles you get keeps things interesting, and then you get to go back to the dump truck once you have a mastery of like how the physics work, and then you're like doing like stuff you didn't realize, like doing like whipping the tail in there, and you're like, oh, I got this down now. It feels so good. Sean's bouncing over F-Zero X again.
What do you say? I'll put my hand up. I'll do the Thelma and Louise thing. Do you want to grab my hand?
It's Blast Core, baby. Let's go. Let's do this.
Let's go over the edge.
I got you. Yeah.
Let's go all the way.
I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking 6 feet ain't so far down.
All right. That's Blast Core, everybody.
Good job, Blast Core.
All right. You're getting there, everybody. Next round, Wave Race 64 versus Banjo-Kazooie. Ooh, these are getting tougher.
Yeah. I mean, I do go Wave Race. I'm still at Wave Race for this one, but Banjo-Kazooie is like I'm in it, top tier 3D platformer. So I can hear it if you want to go Banjo.
No, I think it actually still is Wave Race. I think there's something so impressive about Wave Race. It is about Banjo also.
Of course, yeah.
But I have more fun playing Wave Race.
Right now we're talking about the 8, best N64 games, or at least games that you would consider for the 8 best from the list we were provided here. Yeah. So it's going to be tough no matter what going forward. All right, Wave Race made the final 4.
All right. Star Fox 64 versus Mario 64. I mean, the fact that I even want to consider Star Fox 64 a little bit here, I think says something to it. It's so good. It is probably my third favorite game on the console, but Mario 64, we haven't even really talked about it much, but I just think it's not just how iconic it is, how important it is. Every time I put that game on, and I put that on, I play it all the time still, it's still just so much fun. I just want to, when I start playing it, I just want to keep playing it. I love the progression, the way how I get to decide which stars I want to get. Gosh, I love watching speedruns of it. I got to learn that 16 star.
I mean, just like that.
Soon, so.
Out of the gate, like getting the Mario leans to the left or right when he runs to the left or right. Like maybe we don't talk about that enough, but just like getting that correct right away makes it look and feel so good. Like you can connect with the character much more easier because like he's moving in a way that you recognize and feels right. And it's like, I don't know, you kind of can't overstate how important that is. There are like maybe 3 games a year that come out that I like more than Super Mario 64 in 2025. Like that's how much that game, like that's how much it means to me. So you're right. The fact
that one game every 5 years that comes out that I like as much as Mario 64.
That's actually probably much closer to the truth. So again, the fact that we're even considering Star Fox 64 really does speak to what Star Fox is, especially at that time.
Yeah, but it's Mario 64.
Yep.
Okay. Oh boy, GoldenEye versus Ocarina of Time.
It's Ocarina of Time. I like GoldenEye, but I do think like when we go, hey, one of these aged really well and the other one didn't. I think that really kind of makes the case for us.
All right, so here's kind of the dark horse bracket now. No Mercy versus Blast Core.
Yeah. Someone in chat said Mario 64 is overrated, and I just can't stand it.
That's yeah. It really. I know. I was gonna ignore it. It really is my biggest trigger.
Yeah,
it's my.
You want to
biggest
trigger us? That's all you got to do.
It works every time.
Yeah, this is man.
No
this is
Mercy
a really
was
interesting
Blast
matchup.
Core.
Yeah. God, I don't know. I guess I probably do go Blast Core here, but I like No Mercy a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I might go No Mercy.
No, that's fine.
Gosh.
Like I think Blast Core, like getting to this point, is impressive. No Mercy, No Mercy being top 4 sounds more correct than Blast Core in the top 4. So yeah, we can go No Mercy.
Yeah. I think it should still be No Mercy. I mean, look, neither of them are going to win, but it is important how far they get. That does matter still.
I just Blast Core is my shit.
It's my shit too, but No Mercy is such an N64. So is Blast Core, but there is something about that social element of the N64 that was important, and No Mercy was one of my favorite multiplayer games.
Definitely, it
okay.
Rules. Yep.
Wave Race 64 versus Mario 64.
Yeah. I get to see Jeff kill Wave Race 64. He's a psychopath if he does that.
Yeah, let's let him do it. Let's let you do it, Jeff.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, you get to cross it off. You tell us.
All right. Listen, I love Wave Race 64, but very few games are as important to me as Super Mario 64, even Wave Race. Yeah, it's Super Mario 64, kind of a perfect game.
All right, and Ocarina of Time versus No Mercy. Yeah, good on No Mercy for getting in this round, but it's Ocarina of Time.
It's Ocarina of Time, and we kind of knew it would be down to these two. Like that's what the N64 is. We recognize that, but it's like I don't know. Looking at this bracket, it was like an interesting path to get to this point.
Right. Well, it could have been Mario versus Zelda in the very beginning. So at least they were in different conferences.
That's true. Good point. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not shocking, but it is interesting to see kind of how we get here. And here's how we got here. Mario 64 versus Ocarina of Time. 2 of the most important games ever. 2 games that defined what 3D gaming was going to be like. 2 games that I think are still a ton of fun to play and have a ton of personality. Which one do you like more, Jeff?
I like Mario 64 better. Yeah, someone mentioned in chat, like just riding on the shell. Just that being in the game and it just working and not being a main mechanic, but something you could just go do. Discovering random teleport spots that, again, were not like, there wasn't a little guy telling you go to the teleport spot. A lot of those you either just discovered or some you didn't discover and you found out about later. To me, that there's a lot of stuff in Mario that's always been that way. Expanding that into 3D and then still having the restraint to be like, we don't have to tell everyone everything. Let's just make the game really fun. Give them the reason to explore. And you did, because it was, it's so colorful. It's so good looking. It feels so good to run around. Mario looks and feels so correct, and like so true to like what nature and physics should feel like. It's an exquisite experience. It was life-changing.
It's just insane how much you can do in Mario 64. Just how robust that moveset was, to the point where you can, not just speedrun strats, you can just kind of skip things if you're good with your wall jumping or knowing when to long jump or when to do a triple jump. The fact that they put in this is the first time we're making one of these, really. And it's like, how about a momentum-based flying mechanic, right? You can fly in this game. That's insane. God, just incredible. Ocarina of Time, also just one of the all-time greats, but it's Mario for me as well. So I think that's Mario 64 wins it and is in fact the winner of this Nintendo 64 bracket. Thank you again to Oz for helping put this together. And thank you to Sean for piloting this one too. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks, Sean. That was very helpful.
I'm kind of curious, like this top 8 here, we'll just say no particular order because it's a bracket. Wave Race 64, Banjo, Star Fox, Mario 64, GoldenEye, Ocarina of Time, No Mercy, and Blast Core. Is that like kind of what you guys saw it being coming in?
Like it's maybe like
I would definitely be choosing from that buffet, right? Those would all be there to select from. Like they would be on the short list for the top 8. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I would like
It
Excite
shakes
Bike
out
and
differently because it's a bracket.
Exactly.
But yeah, I'm curious if you would like change anything.
stuff. Yeah.
No,
Like honestly,
maybe.
if someone presented this to me as their top 8, I wouldn't blink an eye. Like this would be like, yeah, absolutely. All those games make sense.
There's a world
Good
where
top 8.
1080 could be in there also, right? If it didn't go up against Wave Race right away.
Like
maybe,
Excite Bike 64 would probably be in there for me, but that's just me being a sicko for those kinds of
Mission
games.
Makers would be there maybe for me. Exactly. So, you know, I'm sure there's some games that weren't on the list that maybe could have done okay, like Pilot Wings. I do like Pilot Wings 64, for example.
Yep.
So, or that Goemon game that's real weird. I don't know, Body Harvest, other weird stuff. So, but this was a lot of fun. We'll have to do more of these. All right.
That worked well.
Let's take a break. Let's get back. Let's see just how much more show we can stand doing here before we have to pass out from exhaustion. But we do have super chats, so we'll go as long as you want, Jeff.
Sounds good. All right, so let me fix the cam now that I'm moving everything back. Thank you again, Sean. Appreciate that.
Yes, thank you. That was fun.
Of course.
I know we could have just done super chats, but it's like, I want to do a game. I want to.
No,
have fun.
that was a good call. That was a lot of fun, and it also broke things up. Kind of gave people
Nice
a
and
reason
lighthearted.
Yeah, exactly.
That was good. Yeah.
Gave people a reason to listen if they're not into super chats, which most people seem completely fine with. It keeps us talking about different stuff, but you know, always want to give something to other people who want other things. All right, let me just get things sorted on where I'm at with the super chats. I think I have. There we go. Okay, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. All right, I am ready, Mike. Whenever you want to bring it back.
All right, we are back. We still have a bunch of super chats to get to. Thank you so much, everybody. And again, it's like overload the system, so we apologize if we've missed yours at some point, if we do miss yours, but do know that we love and appreciate all of you so much. But go ahead, Jeff. Let's read some more of these.
Yeah, let's see here. I think this one here, it's from Christopher, who says, "So much for the tolerant brand." That's pretty funny. I like that quite a bit. Sledge Reinhold says, "The dogs will not be silenced." Yeah, do we sound silenced to you? No one's trying to just silence us. That's not exactly what's happening here. It's a little bit different than that. Geo Reaper says, Femdom tried to kill the Nintendogs. Yeah, like normally got to pay good money.
Now I can't read it. Is it Findom or Femdom?
Femdom.
Okay, thank you. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Oh, you were just trying to get me to say Femdom for the soundboard.
No, it's just curious. I didn't know if it was Femdom or Findom. Those are different things, right?
No, yeah, this one is Femdom. Chris Pratt says,
not F-I-N, F-E-M, right?
F-E-M-D-O-M. Mike, this next one from Chris Pratt. Can you read this one for me?
I can't actually. I have no idea where we are or where these are.
All right, I'll say it then. I love Femdoms. Thank you, Chris Son. I appreciate it. Rapid fire one.
Wait, was it Femdoms or Femdoms?
Shut up. Rapid fire 187 says Mike Minotti is a spy. Yeah, we know. For Disney. Yeah. Marcus 077A says Darth Vader is brand safe. Is it all right? Listen, I don't know. Like Darth Vader
brand safe for a child murderer, right?
Yeah.
The most brand safe mass murderer of children that exists.
Really?
Is
Yeah,
Darth
you got to
Vader.
acknowledge that and sort of appreciate what they pulled off there. Yes, the most brand safe child murderer, like number one with the bullet, Darth Vader.
That only works in reverse, where we see like the redemption Darth Vader, then later find out he killed children, because otherwise we maybe wouldn't have gone for that.
Right, exactly. Like you can't have someone do that first, and then try to be like, well, now we're gonna make him good, and be like, well, no, put him in prison.
It is weird because like, in movies we like that and we find it motivational, but like real life, like, well, here's this guy. He murdered 50 children.
Right.
And it's like, you have but what if you, through the goodness of your heart, saw the good in him?
And that's like a lot of people.
Like, well, fuck that.
And a lot of people are like, they can't deal with like Last Jedi kind of touching on that. It's like, well, my dad was an evil mass murderer. And then I tried training my nephew, and I kind of let him turn into a mass murderer. Do you guys mind if I keep being the hero? It's like, yeah, it's a little bit weird when everyone in your family's killing everybody, and then it's like, oh, we still have to play it like you are this perfect hero. So, yeah.
I love that you guys are such good podcasters, because the super chat was definitely just Darth Vader voice. Is the brand safe? Is it all right?
Yeah.
Like we did earlier. But you guys took that completely differently by misreading it. That's
It
pro.
things to say.
That's pros
Yeah,
right
no,
there.
that's
I appreciate you guys.
my brain is dead at this point. But yes, you're right. Is the Brown safe? Is it all right? I forgot everyone just watched Revenge of the Sith. All right, I'm not thinking about that.
All right.
Nick Marzano
Look,
says
the prequel nostalgia is getting to me a little bit, but I'm not about to go watch one of those movies in a theater. God.
I like if it was Phantom Menace, I probably would. I missed it when it came back to the theaters a few years back. I really dislike Revenge of the Sith. Not trying to take anything away from everyone that's going back and watching everybody. It's just my personal feeling.
Wait, a few years back, are you talking about when they were going to bring all of them back and then they stopped at Phantom Menace?
I wasn't it in the theaters like a couple years ago? Because I thought were they doing it for all these?
I was in high school when that happened.
Well, no, yeah, when they brought it back, because isn't it like they were doing it for the 20th anniversaries? I guess how long ago was the 20th anniversary for Phantom Menace?
It would have been 2019. That would have been 6 years ago.
Wasn't it like 6 years ago?
They did it again.
Okay. Yeah, I thought so.
I was worried. I thought you meant that like 12 years ago was last year.
God, I hope I don't mean that one.
He's really breaking.
Yeah. But listen, I could definitely. The brain is dying, like I said. Nick Marzano says, "Love you boys in an HR approved way." Thank you so much, Nick.
Thank you.
IDKI says, "Sorry about the Fern redacted." Oh no, I'm sorry. Sorry about the Fem redacted chat. Mike, is that Fen or Fem? Is that there you go.
I don't know. I can't see. I'm gonna have to guess Fem.
James MD14 says, "Read this if you slam Pogs." Well, shit. No.
Oh, so I guess you're the Pog slammer now.
I got how the tables have turned. Yeah. Jason Fulton says, FMK, GameSpot, CPS Interactive Fandom. I don't know what FMK stands for. JT.
No, what the heck is
yeah,
that?
FMK. JT says, "Long live GB, long live Minotti, long live Marvel Thivels."
Thivels goes west.
Oyazumi Mex says, "Sneaking out of work for a few minutes to just say I love you guys and will support you in anything that happens from this mess." Thank you so much, Oyazumi Mex. That means a lot. Piabo Bryson? Yeah, Piabo Bryson says, "Boys, I really appreciate all the shout outs lately, but it's pronounced Peebo with a B. Maybe you've heard my Grammy Award winning duet with Celine Dion, Beauty and the Beast. It's great. XOXO Peebus." Peebo.
Chat, we know what FMK means. We're being facetious.
Yeah, sorry. I'm not going to say kill any corporation. I know they're people, and I respect that. All right, James.
We're not going to fuck them either.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to fuck CBS Interactive. Absolutely not.
We all want to. Okay,
yeah,
we get it.
Right,
But we're just
we're being respectful, okay? James MD 14 says, "I need you on that GB couch, Jeff. One final ride." Everyone seems to want to still do that, so we'll see. Willow Davis says the game mess stays on during ball torture.
Whoa. Okay.
Rise says this episode is brought to you by okay. What is this? Let's see here. This episode is brought to you by Awea Frames. Share unlimited photos and videos for your phone to Carver Matt, Ara's best-selling HD frame.
I know at one point there's a Raid Shadow Legends joke there, so I don't know if they're making fun of a hypothetical Patreon future or something.
Okay, that's what it sounds like to me. It's like, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, we'll definitely take that money, of course.
Maybe not Raid Shadow Legends.
I'll take all of them. The Star Trek game.
I'll do the Star Trek game. They try to get me to on my stream, and I'm still like, no. But look, Jeff, I'll do a lot. Don't give me Raid Shadow Legends. Please don't ever make me read a Raid Shadow Legends.
Exclusively Mike Minotti streaming Raid Shadow Legends, everybody. Look forward to it.
My favorite food YouTuber who just cooks steak, he has to do Raid Shadow Legends ads, and it makes no sense. I can't do it. I can't do it.
It's crazy how much that's still. I thought it would burn out, but you're right. I still get stream elements being like, "You want to do this?" I'm like,
hey,
no.
Man Grade. The Man Grade is still a thing. Can't we just do Man Grade?
I'll get us Man Grade. I promise that to you.
Get me Man Grade.
Lazy
it's Bombas. I want to do the Bombas.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just a failure on our part. We got everyone else has Bombas except for us. So yeah,
distracted lately, but we should get on that.
Lazy Stegosaurus says Mike looks like he says yippee when he.
What?
Mike looks like he says yippee when he comes. Parentheses positive. Brand safe. Hashtag brand safe.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, that's what Lazy Stegosaurus says. Okay. Mike Kurzer says,
just ask your mom.
well done. Got my Shantae Advanced GBA cart, and I can't believe it really exists. Here's $5 to my favorite Nintendoggos. Thank you so much, Mike. Appreciate it. Razlo says, shared your band episode on Blue Sky. Funny stuff. Much love. Yeah, I mean, go find it for yourself, everybody. Apparently it's out there. Vanderlyle says, Last of the Nintendogs 191 almost reminds me of that tragedy. I lost it when I saw Dan's whistle was a work. Much love to you all. I also really lost it.
Dan's whistle was a work.
I'm like, this reminds me of a song, and I'm like, what was it? It's like, oh my god, yeah, whistle while you work. All right.
You see the moment when chat caught up to when I said that thing because chat went wild for a second there. It was fun watching it.
All right. I think we're at we're at Andrew Power. I'm a GB OG who admittedly fell off some years ago, but I love checking in and seeing you guys keep the spirit alive. Remember, China don't care. Thank you so much, Andrew Power. That means a lot. Like, I always appreciate those kinds of messages as well from people who are like, I'm just glad you're keeping the spirit alive, because that really has been the goal. Yeah, thanks for acknowledging that. Dork Culture says the brand tag team could team up with the franchise Shane Douglas. All right.
Oh, there's an idea.
Yeah, a whole stable going. Okay. Kono Neko-sama says, Mike, according to the science, Wacky Races is currently the 143rd game out of 516 ranked on the NES. That's not bad. All right. I should check out that.
Oh, is this the Gertzman rankings or something else?
That's if it's according to science, he's the only scientist I know that's ranking NES games. So
that's true. That makes sense.
It's gotta be his. James MD.
Although he was rough on Mega Man 3, so I don't know. We might have to have words someday.
What was the number he gave Mega Man 3? Do you remember?
I forget. It was lower than Mega Man 2 and 1, and he was kind of like harsh on it. He was really high in Mega Man 1, which surprised me because I think 1 does. It's still a good game. It doesn't hold up to any of the other NES
He's
ones.
Old. Yeah, he was,
He's pretty old.
There you go. You could just do that. But now we can do what Sean always does to us.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll love that. That's how I ingratiate to this man I haven't really met yet. I'll just talk about how old he is. That'd be great.
James MD14 is back. Says, have you guys just been in a lot of meetings this week without streaming? Our boy Jan allowed to sleep. Yeah, we're letting Jan take a rest, and yeah, some meetings, other meetings are just kind of happening without us. There are just some things that need to be worked out. It really is just kind of that.
I don't have to go to any of those meetings. That's great. I'll tell you what, I'm happy about that.
Mike's free, yeah. Rise is back and says, this episode is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends, an epic collection RPG with hundreds of unique champions in an epic world. Play for free now. Yeah, we could just take that. Put it on a soundboard, and we can just hit that every once in a while. I've already read it.
Has anybody on the internet ever played Raid Shadow Legends without being paid to?
No. That's the weird thing about it.
That's what we should do.
Yeah.
It's just play Raid Shadow Legends on our own accord.
For fun? Oh my god, yes. That's actually, I don't hate that idea.
Absolute fucking sicko.
That's like degenerate behavior. Like it's beyond the pale. Absolutely. All right. Large Mario says Branjo Kazooie. Yeah, we're Branjo safe. Like that. Absolutely. Joshua Duggan says, working with local news tonight, me corps that serve the public are mostly concerned with not getting sued. They have no business case for anything that isn't bland pablum. Love you all. Brand safe. I was trying to translate that, but I'm not sure if I actually was supposed to be translating it. But yeah, thank you so much, Josh. I appreciate it. Cody Bishop says South of Midnight has a deep, profound message. I believe it. That game seems like it's.
What could it be?
Really good.
Do you think it's that Revenge is bad? I hope it's that.
I bet it's No Man is an Island. Willie Jenkins says, just a tip for the boys. Thank you so much, Willie. Joyzy says, is this thing still on? Yep, it is. And Large Mario, I really do appreciate all the hard work you guys do. Thank you again. Now, I probably should refresh, right? Probably a few more after that.
I think you have to refresh. Yeah, it'll show more. Than,
Okay, yeah. I think there we are. Okay, yeah. Kirill Orlov says, Mike, how do you feel about the Dolphin Hotel in Disney, Florida? Because it sucked when we stayed there. Ants ate our pastries. Oh, no.
Oh, well, I'll be staying at the Swan for the first couple of days of my trip. So literally in a couple of days. I've been to the Dolphin. Gosh, I think the last time was like in 2000. So it's been a bit. Architecturally, they're beautiful hotels. They're always a little weird. They're not quite Disney. It's like adjacent, but it's right on the property, and you get the boat access. I don't. I respect them. I'm excited to stay at the Swan, which Jeff, Swan and Dolphin, they're sister hotels. Basically,
I honestly don't think I've ever even heard of this. So these are
they're hotels that are in that Epcot area, so
Okay.
like right by where Swan and Dolphin are. I think you walked by them when you took. Didn't you like walk from Hollywood Studios to Epcot at one point or something? You took the boat.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, something like that. I think we
your
walked past a
boat
lot of
would've stopped
hotels.
here.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, these are the really striking kind of pink and teal ones
Right,
with giant
okay.
fountains and statues of birds and fish on them.
Interesting. Okay, yeah.
I'll post pictures, everybody. I'll try to maybe even like just if there's downtime, go live on my Twitch while I'm hanging out in the room.
Adam Steen says, bad news, got in a car accident a week ago. Oh, I'm so sorry, Adam Steen. I'm fine. Good news, got a payout much higher than the repair costs. So here's some cash to say you guys rock, and I will brand save anyone who says otherwise. Thank you so much, Adam. I'm glad you're okay.
Thank you. Hope you're okay. Yep.
You got the payout. That's fantastic. Hired Sword says, not sure what happened because I missed the bombcast, but I found an MP3 version someone posted on Blue Sky, so I'll be getting to the bottom of this Columbo style. Thanks for all you guys do. Thank you so much, Hired Sword. Large Mario says, Raid Shadow Legends ads are the YouTube equivalent of jury duty. Yeah, I've also never served jury duty, so maybe I'll go my whole life without doing either.
Yeah, I got like summoned like one time. I actually had to go to like the court, and then I didn't even like really get to the next stage where they had to pick them. I don't know. I always think I want to, right? Because I'm stupid. I know once it actually happened, I would find it very boring and lame. But I just have played too much Phoenix Wright. I kind of want to be in a jury.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But yes, I'm sure it would just actually drive me crazy after a few minutes. All right.
I can entertain myself pretty well, Jeff, so I think I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm pretty good at entertaining myself as well, but it's like, I think in a situation where it's like, I am supposed to be paying attention, like those two things would clash really hard, and I think I would just freak out a little bit. So
You're right. I was thinking about this the other day. I don't think I've been bored in like 15 years.
Yes,
I don't know how I would handle it now.
Yes, I haven't been, I can't remember the last time I was bored. I honestly, 15 years doesn't even feel right. It feels like way longer than that. There's always something for me to be doing. And I don't know if that's like a good thing or if that like means something like is broken in me or whatever, but it's like, nope, just have not been bored really ever. All right, El Grug, Jeff should do ad reads for those boomer memory pills so he can remember playing and reviewing Captain Toad, parentheses positive. yeah, try the Brain Force or whatever the fuck it is. Joe Rogan told me about it. All right, I'll refresh one more time. Let's see if there's anything else here. I think we might be caught up, though. Oh, no, here we go. Oh, Willow Davis. Will Mike say yippee at Disney? Yeah, when he arrives.
I remember going on like those Seven Dwarfs coaster with my niece the last time I was there, and she did a genuine yippee. Right, I was like, "Wow, that's cute. That's nice." I'll do some yippies for sure, though. They might be a little forced. Who knows? Like, who actually just says yippie?
Maybe when you're at the Rainforest Cafe.
Ask your mom.
It's funny again. It's still very good.
It makes less sense, but still.
It's just funny. Now it's just like a good callback. All right.
Yeah.
I think that does it for the
JD Camp with one here says, can I get a Detroit basketball? Dr. Ryan says, go out on a penis. Thank you, Dr. Ryan. Thank you, Jeff. That was a lot of those to read. Again, if we miss anybody, we appreciate it.
Detroit basketball. Sorry, I got to deliver.
There you go. You did it. I mean, Jeff, like very quickly, I did beat Uncharted Waters, New Horizons. I beat that merchant campaign. I was so impressed with that game. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite Super Nintendo games now. And there's still those 5 other campaigns. And like someday I want to go back to them because like the one guy's like an explorer is what his thing. Like the one guy I think is like charged with making a map of the world. The other person is a pirate, and there's just so many different things to explore in that game still. So I want to get to it. I didn't want to start Lunar yet since I am leaving. I don't know if I'm going to be playing a JRPG on the trip. So I was like, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. It's Kirby. It's supposed to be like a Metroidvania. It's a Game Boy Advance game. These are all things I like. I don't know why I could never get in this game before. This time I'm just going to play through it finally. And I think I just don't like that game, Jeff.
Yeah.
And it's weird that I don't. But, in other Metroidvanias, it's like, well, you reach a dead end and you need a new ability to get past that. But when you get the ability, it's like it's additive. The nature of Kirby is you have one ability at a time. So you get to a dead end. It's like, well, I guess I don't have the hammer ability here. So I have to go get that and figure it out and bring it back. And I don't know. And, the map is weird. It's like very segmented and I hate looking at it and it's confusing. So I just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Because again, I love Metroidvanias and I love Kirby and I just cannot get into Amazing Mirror. Maybe if I actually was playing it with 4 people like the game wants me to.
Sure.
I don't know. Maybe that would help.
Yeah. Did you ever play much of the Mickey one?
Not as much as I should have. I think in my mind, like a point was going to come where me, AJ, and Chris were going to be able to like sit down and play through it together, which of course isn't really an easy thing to accomplish. So I still definitely want to do that. There's like that new version of it coming out to other consoles. Maybe I can finally get to that. But yeah, I think that's like more of a traditional Metroidvania. I think
yes.
I know I like it more. I've played it still a good bit, and I do like that. The Kirby game, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I need to just stick with it more. But I always bounce off this game. It's my new Earthbound, the game I bounced off a million times before eventually loving it. So maybe another 20 years I'll finally figure it out.
Amazing Mirror doesn't have that crowd that really champions it the way Earthbound does.
But
yeah, it has its fans, but not like, come on, it's not Earthbound.
Yeah. That boy Jerry sent a super chat saying, "You forgot my chat near the beginning. Start over." All right, Jeff, you heard him.
Yep. All right, let's run it back. Also, I did Detroit what instead of Detroit. It's got Detroit basketball. Yeah, that's all I have left in me at this point. Everybody.
Hi, my name is Mike Minotti, and I am a Nintendog.
Oh, hi everybody. I'm Jeff Grubb, and I am a Nintendog. Woof woof.
And we are tired. Hey, you Peekaboo says Bloopy Ness, strong brand, safe brand. Thank you, hey, you Peekaboo. Appreciate that nonsense. That's great.
Yep.
Jeff, anything else? Anything you want to talk about game playing?
No, just the kids have been playing Goat Simulator 3 all week again, and I've been helping them out with that a lot. So that's kind of been keeping me busy. And then, playing some stuff elsewhere, Clair Obscure, things like that. Just kind of keeping an eye on the date and waiting for the Switch 2 to get here. Really looking forward to it. I might make an effort to kind of like maybe clean up one Switch game before that happens between now and then. But I haven't really like picked one yet. I'm not really sure what I would do. So I kind of might look at my backlog and see what's on there. There are a handful of games I bought for the Switch that I did intend to play and did not actually follow through on. So I might go through that, but I'm looking for recommendations. If there's any games that, and you guys know my taste at this point, so everyone seems to think I probably wouldn't like. What's the police one?
Astral Chain. Yeah, I don't know about you and Astral Chain.
Yeah, people seem to think I won't like Astral Chain.
Know.
Astral Chain, excuse me. So,
Astral Change is funny.
So yeah,
I've heard of Hentai Golf. That's right.
You know what? I'll finally play that. I did buy that for a goof for PAX, so I don't think I returned it or anything. So yeah, I'll give that a shot. But yeah, that's it, Mike.
All right. I know we've got some people who subscribed to the Stream Elements this thing instead of YouTube for some reason. So thank you, like Dark Knight 187 and other people. We missed that again. It's been overwhelming today, everybody. I thank you to Moro-chan and Flashback and anybody else who, these notifications are coming hard and fast. It was overwhelming today. Everyone's even more than Thursday I thought was wild. So that's great.
Thanks, everybody.
I'm going to be on vacation now. I'm going to be keeping tabs, making sure nothing crazy happens while I'm gone. But Jeff, you think you're still going to be doing a show on Thursday?
We should just cut you off. Like no one should respond to you. Just really drive you crazy. Just completely ruin your Disney trip. Messages. What's going on?
Let me know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Ghost you.
Like I come back. You're like, we're all bankers now. I'm like, what?
You didn't know? Oh, I guess we should have mentioned something.
That's so responsible of you. I'm proud.
On Thursday, that's right, everybody. Get ready. He's back. Your favorite Minotti, AJ Minotti, returns.
God, I don't hope that, but there's if something weird happened and AJ Minotti had to talk about it.
So yeah, that'll be Thursday for Decides, and then we'll figure out Nintendogs. I'll probably have Sean jump on with me, and then I think next Thursday you're gone as well, right? So this Thursday and next Thursday.
Yeah, next Thursday I'm gone as well.
All right, well we'll figure something out for that as well. So yep, but those shows will happen. Everybody, be sure to tune in, and then everything else. I guess should I hit the button, Mike? I guess it is time to get out of here, right?
Sure. Grant with a last second super chat here saying, "I love you." Thank you, Grant. Love you too. Appreciate it. Everybody.
Thank you so much, everybody. It means a ton to us, all the support, and sorry for being, vague in spots or whatever. We're doing what we can. Honestly, we just don't know that much more than you in a lot of cases. So,
and we're doing our best to try to talk to you as much as we can. Please don't take like any one thing we say. Like, don't put too much meaning into anything we're saying here, right?
Yeah,
if we're being vague or we're laughing at something, I don't know.
Yes,
it's
we don't. Like
someday we'll get to tell the whole story.
Right, yes.
Not now.
We barely know the whole story. So there's no way you're going to be able to extrapolate from any one moment here or anything. Yes, if we maybe laugh too much at one thing, I don't even know what Mike's thinking about, but I'm sure he's thinking about something that'll be like,
I laughed about 5 things. Stop telling people I jerked off in a rainforest cafe.
Well, you did do that, so what am I supposed to say, everybody? I tell the truth! Bye, everybody! He's never done that. I'm sorry. Legally, I have to say he's never jerked off in a rainforest cafe. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, Mike can go sleep. I'm beaten. Hey, shut up, past me. You're doing well, Christian. Keep resting. Don't forget to send me those stones, though. Promise them to me.
Send you what?
It's the stomach stones, whatever they took out. He said he was going to send them to me.
Bye, everybody.
A penis?